Hello everyone, this is Manisha welcoming you to Mathemagic. So today our topic of discussion is laws of exponent. In mathematics, the laws of exponents are very important. All the rules are used to solve many mathematical problems, which involves the repeated multiplication processes. Few problems you can see on the right hand side of the screen. Once we discuss all these laws one by one, we will solve all these problems also. So the laws of exponents simplify the multiplication and division operations and help to solve the problems easily. In this video, we will be discussing about first two laws, that is product of power with the same base and the quotient with the same base. So what are exponents? Exponents are used to show the repeated multiplication of a number by itself. For example, if you have 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7, then it can be represented as 7 to the power q or 7 raised to the power of 3. Here, the exponent is 3, which stands for the number of times the number 7 is multiplied. And 7 is the base here, which represents the actual number that is getting multiplied. So basically, exponents or power denotes the number of times a number can be multiplied. Let's see some example. 3 raised to the power of 4 means 3 getting multiplied by itself 4 times. 10 raised to the power of 5 means 10 multiplied by itself 5 times. 16 raised to the power of 3 means 16 multiplied by itself 3 times. So, for any number a multiplied by itself n times, it is represented as a raised to the power of n, where a will be the base and n will be the exponent. This is the first law of exponent, that is product of power with the same basis. As per this law, when two numbers with the same base but different powers, let us say m and n, are multiplied, the product of these two is a number has the same base and power is equals to the sum of the individual exponent, that is m and n. This means that for any non-zero a where m and n are whole numbers, a raised to the power m multiply a raised to the power n is equals to a raised to the power of m plus n. Let us see one example for it. If we have a raised to the power of 3 multiply a raised to the power of 2, then this will give us a raised to the power of 3 plus 2. That is a raised to the power of 5. Now let us check whether applying this law is really useful or not. So let's rewrite a raised to the power 3 as a multiply by a multiply by a. And let's rewrite a raised to the power 2 as a multiply by a. Now, how many a's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yes, this is equals to a raised to the power 5. Thus, our law is valid. Let's see some examples. What is the simplification of 5 raised to the power 5 and 5 raised to the power 1? Yes, it should be 5 raised to the power 6. What is the simplification of minus 6 raised to the power minus 4 and minus 6 raised to the power minus 7? So we can see here that the base are same, right? So we can write the base as minus 6, and as per the law, the power should get added. So minus 4 plus minus 7. So this will give us minus 6 minus 4, and we know that this negative and positive sign, minus plus minus, so this will become minus 7, right? So overall we can say that minus 4 and minus 7 will give you minus 11. Hence the answer is minus 6 raised to the power minus 11. Thus, we can say that the law is applicable for negative terms also. Therefore, the term m and n can be any integer. Second law of exponent, that is quotient with same basis. So this law states that when two numbers with same base but different exponents are divided, the final answer will have the same base and power equal to the difference of the individual exponents, that is m minus n. Let us see an example. 6 raised to the power 4 divided by 6 raised to the power 2 is equals to 6 raised to the power, so it should be 4 minus 2, that is 6 raised to the power 2. Now let us see whether this is correct or not by expanding the powers. So 6 raised to the power 4 can be written as 6 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 6, like 4 times, and 6 raised to the power can be written as 6 multiplied by 6. So just cut whatever we can cut here, and in the final we will get 6. Since there are two 6 which are left, so the power should be 2. Thus we can say that this is the second law of exponent, which is a valid one. So ever we have base with different exponents and the question is asking you to divide it, then you directly have to subtract or write the difference of the individual exponent as in power. Now let's see the next one. So next is the example which asks for the division of 10 raised to the power of minus 5 and 10 raised to the power of minus 3. Again, we have something which is a raised to the power of m and a raised to the power of n. And we have to divide it. So answer should be a raised to the power n minus n, or 10 raised to the power minus 5 divided by 10 raised to the power of minus 3 is equals to 10 raised to the power of minus 5 minus minus 3. We know that minus minus is plus. So this minus and this minus will give you plus 3. Hence, we will have answer of 10 raised to the power minus 2. Why minus 2? Because we have a minus 5 and plus 3. We know minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2. Now, based on what we have discussed in the first two laws, let's try to solve few questions. So, 5 raised to the power 9. Okay, so this has to remain same and there are different ways of writing the same. So let's check how many of all these we can solve. So coming out to this one, 5 raised to the power something multiply by 5 raised to the power of 5. So we know since it's a product of two powers, so we just have to add the powers here. So this will give us 5 raised to the power of 4 multiply by 5 raised to the power of 5 so as to get the 5 raised to the power of 9. So our answer should be 4. Now next, 5 raised to the power of 12 divided by 5 raised to the power of something so as we get 5 raised to the power of 9. So we know that if we subtract 3, if we subtract 3 from 12, we will get 9, right? So if we just write 3 here, we will get 5 raised to the power 9 as per the second law of exponent, that is quotient with the same base. Let's come to the next one. 5 raised to the power 7 multiply by 5 raised to the power something. Now we don't know this something, but we know that we have this first law of exponent which states that if we have the same base but different powers, then we can add the powers, right? So let's try to solve it. So 5 raised to the power 7 plus something so as to get 9. So this something will be 2. So we will get 5 raised to the power 9. So yes, here we need to put 2. Now, let's check out this. So 5 raised to the power 18 divided by 5 raised to the power something so as to get 5 raised to the power 9. So what we can divide from 18, what we can subtract from 18? Yes, we can subtract 9 from 18 so as to get 5 raised to the power of 9. So here our answer should be 9, right? All right. Okay, now this is something which is very important and interesting also. This is not a direct question. We don't have the same base here. Here the base is 25 and on the like on the right side of the product sign, the base is 5. So we have to make the base equal. So what we will do, we will write 25 as 5 the square, right? So this 25 square will become 5 squares a square, means power of a power. So power of a power, since we have not discussed it much, but here I would just like to give you a hint that whenever we have power of a power, we multiply the power. So this will become 5 raised to the power of 4. And what should be there in the power of next 5 so that we get 5 raised to the power 9? So yes, we already have 4. All we need is just 1 5. So we can get the power 9. Right? So here it should be 9. Now coming to the next question. 5 raised to the power 6 multiply by 5 raised to the power something divided by 5 raised to the power 2. So 5 raised to the power 6 and 5 raised to the power 2. Multiply by 5 raised to the power, just a minute, multiply by 5 raised to the power of something. So we know we can solve this part first. Yes, so this will give us 6 minus 2. Why? Because see, this is a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n. So we can apply the second law, writing it as 6 minus 2 multiplied by 5 the power something. We don't know this something. We have to solve for it. So this will give you 5 raised to the power 4 multiplied by 5 raised to the power something so that you get 5 raised to the power 9. So finally, you have to write here 5, right? All right, so this, I hope this is clear. So the final answer will be 5 here. Okay, now let's see if there is any other question which we can solve. That's it. Alright, so we have discussed two laws in this particular video, and we have seen some examples. We have solved some problem also, right? So I hope you liked my video. If yes, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.